Hey, welcome to 209 Coach. I want a video that I believe will give you an excellent visual on how to stay back. Now, I work with so many students throughout the year, and when you first start working with a student, it's so important to have a mirror. The rectangle I drew there, that yellow rectangle, represents a mirror. Now, it's very important to understand that when you first start going through swing changes, you do not want to start hitting balls right away, okay? You need to go through the proper motions, the proper sequence on how to use your body before you start hitting balls, because if you don't, you're not going to be able to make the swing changes that you need to implement in order to get better, to improve. So make sure you do this in front of a mirror. Now, another thing that I want you to understand is that visuals are so important when you are working on your swing. So when you're in front of the mirror, what I want you to do is get a tape, some kind of tape, and just put it down just like this, like straight down in the mirror, okay? Now the mirror, this little line right here, what it's going to represent is a straight line by his shoulder, back of his hip, and going down by his knee. You can see it's very obvious right here that there's a line going down and from the back of his body here, okay? Now, the reason I want you to do this is because it's going to give you a visual of where to go and where not to go, okay? So, as Aaron Judge right here sets up, he's pretty much at the setup right here. Watch what's going on right here. As he gets into a swing right here, he's starting to get that back pocket to coil towards the pitcher. And the reason you know this is because the belt buckle is starting to face towards the catcher. He's also, what he's doing right here, he's getting into pullback, okay? He's getting into really good pullback. But you can see right here, as he lands into his toe touch right here, you can see that the integrity of the swing where he started is pretty much in the same place. Now, you can see right here that the back shoulder has moved back a little bit, and the reason why is, like I always talk about in my videos, that when you start to get into your toe touch, you get into a torso tilt and a hip thrust, and he's already starting to initiate this very soon in his swing. This allows you to be extremely quick to the ball. It allows you to have a lot of power. So make sure that when you're doing this, that you have that tape there, because if not, I think it's going to be more difficult for you to learn how to do this. So again, just like I just wrote for you there, that drew that line for you there, watch again. Watch how he gets into his swing. He stays back. He gets into toe touch, and you can see that he still stays there. Now, the way to do this, the best way to do this is once you start to lift, okay, once you start to lift your front foot, get your back pocket to start working towards the pitcher. With your top hand, apply some pullback from a 1 to 10. I'd say about a 3 as far as force. And you want to make sure that when you're doing this, you're doing it with super smooth tempo. Now, one thing that will help you to do this correctly is pay attention to what's going on with his belt and his front leg. Now, as he gets into his forward move, you can see here, and if you watch Aaron Judge in person, if you watch him in videos in any slow motion clips or any game, you will see that his belt buckle will be pretty much pointing like this, and will see that his leg is always kind of teeter-tottering, almost like the way it looks right now. This helps you keep your balance. This helps you execute this beautiful staying back motion that you see with the best players in the world. Now, if I take off that line like I just did, now watch like this without the line. As he gets into a swing right here, you can see right here how beautifully he stays back. You can see that he's just kind of hovering that back leg at an angle. It's almost like it's tilted upward, like it's almost like he's leaning back, okay? Notice what's going on right there. And when you see him in person or again in TV or whatever, you will see that he does this very smoothly. He never rushes this. He starts very early and he starts on time, always with very smooth tempo. So again, when you're doing this drill, just like I just mentioned to you, make sure you do it in front of a mirror. make sure that that line's set up like this in front of the mirror, just like this. And then when you get on it, this will vary from player to player, but you'll see with Aaron Judge, he does a beautiful job of just kind of going back, and he just hovers out there, and you can see that when he gets to toe touch, you can see that the knee, the back hip, and again, I explained the back shoulder to you, are pretty much in that area. You will also see that, again, this is very important in order for you to stay balanced. You will see that his belt buckles like this, and his leg is kind of hovering out there like that. This, again, will help you to execute this staying back drill very beautifully. Again, this video right here should give you a nice visual of how to stay back, draw that line, just very smoothly and methodically. Again, stay on that line. Just bring it out there with your leg kind of at the angle I said. Look at the belt buckle. Make sure you're coiling that hip. Make sure you're applying that top hand pullback. Give me a like if you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you.